When I tallied up my total debt back in my early 20s, the last thing I felt was control. In fact, I felt so out of control with my money and my spending that I just had to let myself have a good cry. It's humbling to admit that now, but back then it was really the first step to taking ownership of my situation. I had swiped my credit cards incessantly, and now I had to pay for it. Um, I think the first step is awareness, okay? If you want to take control of your finances, awareness is the first step. When I first start working with coaching clients who are trying to get a handle on their finances, the first thing we do is assess their situation. How much do they make? How much do they spend? What does their debt actually add up to? And I know it's a scary process, but only because most people think their situations are actually worse than they are. Once you get your numbers in front of you, especially with the guidance and support of a coach, it's not stuck in your head. It's not, a little foreign. It's out on paper, and therefore it's not as scary. So, if taking control of your finances is a high priority, I want to help. I'm going to share 8 steps to take control of your finances so you can start feeling overwhelmed by all of it. So, step one is to get clear on where you stand. So, assess your current situation. Clarity has to come first. So, that means taking an honest look at how much you earn, how much you spend, what your debt is. And there's no fixing or optimizing at this stage, right? It's just that awareness. And as I shared earlier, this can be an emotional step. That's okay, it's necessary. In all honesty, I think this step feels intimidating for many people because avoiding the numbers it allows fear to just fill the gaps. But in reality, once everything is kind of written down and visible, most people realize their situation really isn't as bad as they thought it was. And again, when I work with my coaching clients, this is where we start. Step two, separate facts from feelings about your money. Financial overwhelm is rarely just about numbers, it's about emotions attached to those numbers. So, guilt, shame, embarrassment, regret. These feelings often show up the moment you start paying attention to your finances, but those feelings are not facts. So, learning to separate facts from your feelings allows you to approach taking control of your money from a place of logic, right? Your bank balance is just information. Your debt total is just data. Your spending history is context. Understanding that these are facts, regardless if the facts are impacting your feelings, you stop reacting emotionally and you just start making more intentional decisions. And this mental shift alone can dramatically reduce stress and just make it easier to move forward with confidence. Your numbers are information, not a verdict of your worth or ability. Okay, step three, create a simple monthly spending snapshot. Once you have clarity, the next step is visibility, and you don't need a complex budgeting system to take control. You just need a simply monthly snapshot that shows your income, your expenses, your general spending in one place. So, this is not about perfection or tracking every single dollar yet. It's about giving your money structure so it stops feeling scattered and overwhelming. A clear overview allows you to make decisions from a place of knowledge instead of avoidance. And this is where intentional money decisions thrive. Step four, identify what's actually causing the overwhelm in your life. So, not all spending creates stress. Some expenses feel aligned and intentional, while others quietly drain your energy month after month. So, to take control of your finances, it's important to identify which financial decisions are weighing on you mentally and emotionally. This might be recurring expenses that no longer fit your lifestyle, debt that feels heavy, or spending habits that leave you feeling guilty afterward. Awareness here brings relief because once you understand what's really causing that overwhelm, you can start to address it intentionally rather than letting it linger in the background. Step five, build one financial routine that you can maintain. Now, I'm a Virgo, so the intense desire to go from 0 to 100 when starting a new goal is unmatched. However, that approach usually leads me to burnout and giving up. So, consistency creates control. far more effectively than motivation ever will. Instead of trying to overhaul everything at once, focus on building one simple financial routine that you can realistically maintain. So, whether it's checking your accounts weekly, reviewing your spending bi weekly, or doing a monthly money check in, the goal is to make money something that you regularly engage with. Step 6, focus on one priority at a time. One of the fastest ways to feel overwhelmed is by trying to fix everything at once. Debt, savings, investing, budgeting, and mindset work all matter, but not all at the same time. Just like we're building one financial routine at a time, your financial focus should be on one priority at a time. So, choose one primary financial focus for this season, and that will allow you to direct your energy intentionally. Okay, and then progress will become visible and your motivation will naturally follow. Step 7, get support so you're not doing this alone. There is a big difference between having information and knowing how to apply it to your specific situation. Many high achieving women stay overwhelmed not because they aren't capable, but because they're trying to figure everything out on their own. Support adds structure, it adds clarity and accountability. And this is often the turning point for my coaching clients. Once there's a clear plan and guidance in place, money stops feeling heavy and it starts feeling manageable. You don't have to carry this by yourself, and you'd be surprised at how far outside accountability and guidance can take you, especially if you are building your financial situation from the ground up. And finally, step 8, commit to progress, not perfection. Taking control of your finances doesn't mean everything suddenly feels perfect. Unfortunately, nothing will ever be perfect. Instead, taking control of your finances means you understand your numbers, you have a plan, and you are making decisions with intention. And that progress will compound over time. So, if you take anything away from this video, I want it to be this. Taking control starts with intention. You have to want to improve your financial situation and then take action to help you get there. And it won't always be easy, and it's usually not fun in the beginning, but I promise you it's worth putting in the effort too.